Totes Recall.
Welcome to Totes Recall, the podcast where we talk about a movie we barely remember, and then we watch it, and then we talk about it again.
Yep.
Oh, we watch it and eat pizza, excuse me. And then we talk about it again. My name is Dan.
I'm Molly.
I'm also Dan.
I'm Beth.
And our movie this week is Tokyo Drift.
Fast
and the Furious
3.
Tokyo Drift.
Are you
Yes.
sure it's 3?
Yes.
Okay. And this is kind of a special episode.
Very special.
So it's kind of the, maybe the corollary to the Grease episode?
Yeah.
That might
Sure.
be the right...
Yeah.
It's like if the Grease episode were to go up to the edge of the universe and could peer into an alternate universe,
Yeah.
it would see this episode.
This is
Yeah.
Earth 2 Grease.
Yes, exactly.
Tokyo,
Exactly.
Fast and Furious 3, Tokyo Drift,
Dan has
Earth
a little
2.
bit of gray in his
Grease.
temples. I live as a hermit in my cave with a robot Batman patrolling the city now.
Right.
Anyway.
Which is to say that only one of us has seen Tokyo Drift, and that is me.
Yeah.
No one else has seen it, and I have to say, we suggested this episode, or I suggested this episode, because I really love Tokyo Drift. But almost from the very moment you guys said yes, I have been regretting and just dying inside because I'm concerned it might be actually terrible.
Ooh, that's fine.
Yeah. That's awesome.
We've watched
Yeah.
terrible movies before.
As I recall,
Totally.
it's terrible, right?
Probably, if memory serves, I have never seen any Fast and the Furious movies, which is weird. I feel like I would like them,
Yeah.
but anyway, I remember hearing about this one that it was the worst one.
Ooh.
Oh.
It was like when
disagree.
the franchise dipped,
Well,
and
they
like maybe it
lost.
doesn't have the dude that's in them.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel.
It lost Vinny D. I
Okay.
don't think it has Walker either, right?
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Should I tell you guys at this point, or I think these are both great guesses.
Why don't we
I think we
go
should go-
around
Okay.
Yeah.
and say what we think it's about, the people who haven't seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think it's the worst one. I guess we'll put that as a
Just a
bet.
good bet.
I don't know how we're going to resolve that.
Doesn't matter.
No Vinny D. Paul Walker's probably in it, right? I'm going to say
Like
yes.
a cameo, at
yes,
least?
Paul. But it takes place in Tokyo, I presume.
Let's hope so.
I think Tokyo Drift is the name of the race move that they do. Like,
I think it's going to be a special move.
oh shit, he's Tokyo Drifting. Oh, bet. They name check the name of this movie in the movie in a very
Oh, yeah.
obvious way.
At least
But
once.
don't you think if they're in Tokyo, then they'll just say like something like, "This is drifting," but they won't call it Tokyo drifting?
In my mind, there's some people not from Tokyo that
Certainly.
moved to Tokyo to race.
Okay.
Because why would there be a movie that didn't have white people in it?
Right.
Right?
No, fair.
Obviously, white people come to Tokyo,
Yep.
and they're because they hear the baddest racers are in Tokyo, and they
Right.
be drifting.
Yeah.
ABD. And so they're like, oh, that's the Tokyo Drift, and they're drifting around Tokyo.
Right.
The white people probably win after losing.
Yep.
Like they lose their first race, and then they soup up their cars with more nitrous or whatever they race with.
But
That's
I feel like there's probably like a love interest who's from Tokyo.
Oh yeah, it's
and
like
she's also a racer, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a real Romeo and Juliet story.
Well,
Yes.
maybe it is just the Romeo and Juliet story.
Is this a retelling of Romeo and Juliet?
Is this just wait? Are we just watching Romeo Must Die, starring DMX and whoever else?
Is this Baz Luhrmann's Fast and the Furious,
That'd be
Romeo
amazing.
plus Juliet, Tokyo Drift?
Great Gatsby.
Am I right that Baz Luhrmann directed that?
One of
Am I
them, not the one with
I don't
DMX,
know.
but
No,
yeah, he
Leonardo
did Romeo and
DiCaprio?
Juliet. Yeah,
Yeah.
with Leo
Yeah.
and someone else.
Claire Danes?
Yep.
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 And that
Claire
character
Spence.
actress and everything. Wait, did you write that down?
Yeah, Jaquette Spence. Claire Danes is Romeo plus Juliet.
Okay, cool.
Romeo plus Juliet.
That's what it's
It
called.
is.
It is.
Cool. Yeah.
It is plus? No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's Romeo and Juliet.
But if you look at the way, but all
I
the
know, but like,
The topography.
you can't be
It's
like,
updated.
you're not like, if they used an ampersand, you would be like, Romeo ampersand Juliet.
sure, but I feel
It's just a
like
font choice.
But ampersand is an actual grammatical character that people use to denote and. Plus is just some douchey thing that people do
Well,
instead
plus
of
can
and.
be either.
Yeah.
It could be,
Yeah.
yeah.
My bet is that if you go on IMDb,
Yeah.
it's Romeo plus Juliet.
Okay.
Cool.
I think
We'll
that's-
figure that out in the
that's
second
a
half.
bet.
We'll
Yeah.
check that in the second half.
That's a different movie.
No, you
No,
go.
you keep going. We're going
No.
around the table.
Around the
Round
Counterclockwise.
robin. I have never seen this movie, but I did go to Universal Studios in high school.
I love where this is going.
Great lead in.
And there was I think it was part of the, I don't know what you call that. You know that like you go on the little train and it takes you through the studio
tours.
tour.
Universal Studio tours. I think.
Pretty sure
Or
there was like
Jaws.
a Tokyo Drift like attraction where it like showed you like how they did all the tricks.
The drifting?
The drifting.
Uh-huh.
But there was a car on some sort of mechanism that it like spun up in the air.
Oh.
And then it was pretty cool. And there was an explosion and you could like actually feel the heat from it.
Like backdraft.
So that's what I think. I think that is going to happen in the movie at some point. A car is going to hit a wall or something. It's going to spin up in the air. And then a studio tour. It's going to... Ooh.
Tokyo tour.
That was more spooky than like...
No, I get it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, my turn. Around the table.
Around
Full
the
disclosure, I have seen the first, 10 minutes of this movie.
Oh, what?
I was watching a different something on television a couple
the
years
TV.
ago, and we left the TV on, and suddenly something started. It was just like, oh, here's some, it was literally hot, brooding young man driving a car. And, we were watching it, my wife and I, and one of us at one point was like, wait a minute. This is a Fast and the Furious. We figured it out. We cracked the code just watching. This is totally a Fast and Furious movie. And then we watched it literally up to the point that the movie starts to be like, it's Tokyo and there's drifting.
Okay.
And at that point, we're just like, all right, we get it. And then turned it off. So I don't actually know.
So you got the cold open?
I got the cold open, and then I got, the teaser of Tokyo drifting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I stopped. So I don't actually know how Tokyo drifting, or Tokyo in general, plays into the plot of this movie. Mm-hmm. I just know there's a brooding young man. I don't remember why he goes to Tokyo.
Ah, so there are white people going to Tokyo.
Yes, at least one. There's at least one white person going to Tokyo, correct. That's all I know. All I know for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that because this is a white person in Tokyo movie, at some point, someone will either be a member of the Yakuza or very closely associated with the Yakuza.
Oh, the drifter's got to be Yakuza, right?
Is that how it's pronounced? I don't know. I'm white.
I think, yeah, the people that they're driving.
Yeah, the bad guys.
This is a lot like Grease, actually, because the car racing and the Yakuza.
Yeah, the Yakuza played heavily into Grease.
Yeah, they're gangsters.
And I'm just thinking of that scene where they're driving down the.
Oh, there's the bad kids, and then the really bad kids, the Scorpions.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think a white guy will, befriend sort of the, underdog street gang of Tokyo? And, but he's got such incredible white man driving skills that they'll be like, you've got to race with us. You've got to be part of our racing crew.
Yeah, he joins, the Red Dragons.
Or whatever.
And... yeah, there used to be the shit upon one, but now they're
now that they have the power of the
challenging.
white savior.
oh boy.
Oh boy.
Sure, I think that happens.
Yeah. Let me put down for my bet that there's going to be problematic white savior tones throughout the plot of this
Yeah.
movie.
Okay.
For sure.
I'm also going to say there's going to be a comedic scene where he has to eat something gross.
For sure.
I think
Double
that's
down.
good. Yeah.
We're triple no scenes. Triple down?
Triple what?
Oh, I don't know. The people who have not seen it.
Oh.
No,
Triple no CDs. No, I like it. I
We're the
like
no
it a lot.
CDs.
Italian
What's a new
name
gang?
that I
That's
don't
our
know.
gang.
The no
Oh.
CDs. We're against
CDs.
the rival Yes CD of Molly.
Well, she's got to have a cooler name than that.
Yeah.
What's your name, Molly? What's your gang name?
Yeah.
Tokyo Drifter.
All right. Simple but effective. Sure.
Well, it really only applies to this movie. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're sure that this is the third one.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Hold on. Fast and Furious.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Tokyo Drift.
The Fast and the Furious.
Yes.
Oh, number 4 just adds a the.
Fast 5.
Fast. The actual name of Fast 5 is Fast and Furious, I believe.
It
But everyone
is?
called it Fast 5.
I thought it was Fast 5.
I don't know.
They called it two different things.
I don't
mean,
know.
They called the fifth movie is the same name as the first movie?
No, the first movie is Fast and the Furious. The Fast and the Furious.
No, that's
those.
the fourth one.
Oh, shit.
First one's just Fast and Furious.
I don't know.
Or maybe those are switched around.
Molly?
I don't know.
Have you seen any of the other ones?
No.
Just Tokyo
Has
Drift.
Just Tokyo Drift.
Has anybody seen any of the
No.
other ones?
Oh, wait. No, I have seen a movie with either Vin Diesel or
Just a movie.
DMX.
Chronicles of Riddick?
I don't know.
DMX is not in the
Saving
Fast and Furious
Private Ryan?
franchise.
Well, then he's in a different one, the Triple X. Who's Triple X?
Triple
No,
X
that was-
is
Diesel.
also Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
Oh, well, I've
different
seen one of
franchise.
those.
And
I think I
Ice
saw
Cube.
Triple X.
I've
saw
seen
Triple
X, and it's great.
Yeah.
At one point, this is my wife's favorite part of the movie. He gets on a motorcycle,
Yeah.
jumps over an exploding building, lands, and immediately makes out with a hot babe.
Isn't that the movie where Willem Dafoe is like a psychotic vice president who wants to like murder America or something?
I don't remember. I think he's fighting
Spider-Man?
East Europeans.
Oh,
Eastern
maybe that's the
Europeans.
second one.
Maybe. I
With
haven't
Ice,
seen
one of them.
XXX2.
Yeah.
I will say, though, I have seen Tokyo Drift probably 4 or 5
Really?
times.
What?
Molly, you love this movie.
I love it just enough that anytime it's on TV, I will drop everything else.
Is that how you first experienced it, or did you
Yes.
go to the theater?
On television.
Okay.
Because, I don't know that it would have occurred to me to go into a movie. But once I saw it for the first time, and I was thinking, I think what appeals to me about it is that for me growing up, cars represented freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted a car so badly from the time I was old enough to know what a car was. And I finally got my first car, which was a 69 Impala. When I was 21 or something like that, somewhere around there. And it was so amazing to me to finally have a car that I think that a movie that features cars moving in weird ways just got me. But it's terrible. I just want to be real clear. It's like, it's only, like, you know how Con Air is good, but it's kind of terrible?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's the best case scenario for this movie.
Love Con Air. Con Air's great.
Yeah.
I've never
Okay.
seen Con Air.
Awesome. Oh,
You're
man.
a big Nick Cage fan. You've
I
never seen
know.
Con Air?
It pains me every day.
Yeah. He is ripped in that movie.
He's got
too.
crazy like Axl Rose hair.
Yeah. And there's a scene where he's like walking away from wreckage where his like long locks are blowing in the air. He's just sweating and
I
rippling
will say
muscles.
this: Nicolas Cage's character and the main character of this movie have something in common.
Oh, did they go away because their hands are considered lethal weapons? That's why Nicolas Cage goes to prison playing.
Oh, I have to watch that now.
Yeah.
Wait, Nick Cage, the person, has something in common?
No, the
Oh, that'd be
character.
amazing.
The character
Okay.
lost all his money in
Dan's
Madoff.
that the main character of Tokyo Drift had to sell all of his castles in Europe.
Because he got caught in the Madoff thing, right? Isn't that what
I don't remember. I thought he was just really shitty with his money.
Oh, okay. Cool.
We'll look it up.
Yeah, we'll look it up. We'll go back to Quest Bets. Why did Nick Cage? So, Molly, did any of our assumptions about the movie, or any of them like, yeah, you nailed it, or like, you are going to be super disappointed? Pick a couple.
You might still be disappointed, but I think you've nailed a lot of it.
Okay. Broad strokes. Like,
Broad strokes. I mean, you've got fish out of water. You've got love interests. You got a white person in Tokyo, and you got cars.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Glad we got the cars.
I will say there's one element that might be refreshing,
Oh, yeah?
or it might not.
Okay.
Ooh, teaser.
Let me take a guess at what you're maybe talking about.
Okay.
And let's talk about the Bechdel test.
Oh, well, sure.
Okay, that's not going to be the refreshing part.
Not it?
Okay, not the gender roles. But I'm going to go with no.
no
No.
way.
Yeah, no.
There's a love interest.
Yeah.
And she's a Japanese racer. We've decided.
Yeah.
We don't remember.
There's-
It's probably amazing, which is refreshing, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to see. No, Molly's
No,
eyes are
no.
saying
Yeah, you're
no.
trying to like
I
gauge
do.
her face.
I am not a good poker player.
But I feel like there's probably not. I'm going to say not even a second named female. I'm going to say one named female. I'm going pretty hard.
Yeah,
on
I'm
this.
going to say there are going to be tens of women in this movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're going
But
to be.
none of them will be named, and they will just be strutting around in impossibly high heels,
Yep, waving flags.
waving flags, or just like standing next to cars before they drift.
Yeah.
Or perhaps standing next to cars after they drift and clapping.
Or being in the passenger seat while they're drifting.
Ooh, maybe.
Or-
And being like, ooh. You
Or
look
like,
so
or
good.
maybe,
Driving.
Dan's bet. One of the sweet drifters comes out of his amazing drift car with more than one woman on his arm
Oh, like
to like show how
walks
he's
away.
like, how he owns this town.
Yeah.
Well, there has to be like a main villain guy,
For
right?
sure.
Yeah.
So that guy for sure has like ladies.
Yeah.
Is that what you just said?
Kind
I'm
of.
wearing headphones and I still
Yeah.
didn't comprehend what it was.
I think Dan was saying specifically there's a moment where he displays his ladies,
Yes.
one on each arm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think the primary antagonist is going to be like a sleek, young, incredibly like perfectly fitted suit Japanese gangster, or do you think that those sleek young gangsters will be the mere minions of like the stereotypical like fat, goateed, incredibly wealthy Japanese gangster?
No, I think he's going to be like a sleek, cut, muscly, tattooed type.
Yeah, I was going to say for sure he has a neck tattoo.
Oh,
Well, tattoos are a big deal in the Yakuza.
Oh, then yes.
That's why in Japanese hot baths, sometimes they turn people away that have tattoos.
Oh, 'cause they're worried about
a
gang
Yakuza
activity.
flag. Yeah.
so
Still, I think these bets are worth writing down.
Beth neck tattoo.
Yes.
Neck tattoo.
Cool.
Yeah.
And he probably never mind. I feel like he would wear like a starter jacket or something.
Because you think it's Grease.
I guess we should talk about what year this came out, because
Oh.
is it starter jacket era? I think it's after that.
Not starter jacket. I'm trying to think of like, they're not starter jackets, but they look like baseball jackets, kind of. Mm-hmm. Something club. Whatever.
Indie Club.
But who cares?
50
Members
cent?
only?
50 cent?
DMX.
Members only.
Members only
The
jacket.
members
I got it
only
right.
jacket. I feel like he would
Maybe.
wear that. They probably go to like a Tokyo bar at some point and drink sake.
Yeah,
And they're wearing, and that's like their casual clothes where they're wearing a starter jacket.
Pull one down that at least one of the Japanese, either one of the on the good side that hangs out with the white guy, or on the bad side, at least one of them is wearing a mesh tank top.
Ooh, wow. I like it.
Yeah, I'm going hard with these bets.
If this was The Matrix, I'd be on board, but I don't know about Tokyo Drifting. Let's talk about the inciting incident. Is that the right movie term? Why does
Maybe.
Whitey go to Tokyo? Here are my thoughts. 1, broken heart. 2, he's been so shamed by not being able to drift. He's got to go get. He's got to like get
Train with the experts.
get that drifting
Yeah,
skills,
yeah.
so he
Yeah.
can bring it back to America and impress all his white friends.
Right.
Yeah.
3, he's on the run. I'm going to go on the run now that I've laid him out.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a fourth option.
Okay.
Which is that he is somebody attends one of his races and sees him and invites him to some sort of international Tokyo drift race.
I'm going to abstain because I think I actually remember that part.
Yeah, that
for
would
the
be
10 minutes that I
in
watched.
the beginning.
But I barely remember, like I vaguely remember why he's moves from America, but I don't actually remember. Like I think I remember what makes him go to Japan, but I don't remember what he did to make that happen.
Just blurt it out. We're going to see
Yeah.
it in like 10 minutes.
All right.
I feel like we talk about the movies
You
in the
gotta-
first
yeah, you
time.
gotta try to
I'm
recall
trying
this.
to give you guys a sense of mystery. Here's what I remember the first 10 minutes. So, white guy gets into a race with other white people.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, I don't remember if this is, okay. I have this vision in my head of them like destroying half-finished homes, but I might be thinking of a scene from Vanilla Ice Cool as Ice.
I don't think they destroy homes, but they have like a dance party in
Okay.
a construction site.
I feel like I have a memory of like cars at least going near like naked wooden scaffolding.
Sure.
Because that's where you would drag your cars,
Yeah, the
right?
bad part of town.
That's the term, right? Dragging your cars.
You're dragging your cars.
Anyway, I think he just wrecks some shit that isn't his through being a badass. And then some authority figure is like, "You're a loose cannon, and I'm sending you to Japan, maybe to his mother or something, or like some parent. I have no idea.
Is he half Japanese?
Some authority figure tells him to go to Japan. That's all I remember, because he fucks up.
Okay.
That's all I remember.
So he's kind of on the run. I might be close, but on the run.
I mean,
What
maybe.
you're saying. You're saying his idea.
He might be
Well,
on the... Maybe
he's
it might be
sent
a...
there versus being on the run from a
Sure,
crime.
He's voluntarily
He's
on
on
the
the
run.
lamb. Is what you're saying.
I think
that's
you're going
worse.
to be right about plenty of things that you won't
Probably all
need to
of them.
stretch that
Probably
one.
all of them.
Yeah.
Probably.
What do you think about Dan's mesh tank top bet, Molly? Think that's going to pan out?
You know what? I can't remember. I feel like there'll be more likely leather jackets than mesh, but
I'm not saying they're all wearing mesh tank tops. I'm just
I
saying
know,
one.
but I mean, even one.
One.
Like
Like-
anywhere, like in
Any
the crowd.
Japanese man.
Man.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll see. We will see.
I'm excited.
I kind of feel like we don't have to watch the movie at this
What?
point.
No, I feel like we absolutely
We
have.
absolutely have to watch this movie.
I wanted to know how many times you think a car explodes in this movie.
Oh, great question.
I want to do a count.
Okay.
Car explode count.
Yeah.
8.
That's good. I was going to say 12.
3.
Wow.
Because it's about the racing, you guys.
Yeah, but people are always be exploding in
So,
racing.
And what
so when you
about
say
that show that I
explode,
saw?
when you say explode, you mean like fireball explode?
I mean, it like crashes and then there's fire involved.
It has to be fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think that's an important distinction.
Sure.
Oh.
Are you not betting because you absolutely remember how many crashes there are?
I don't remember the exact number. I mean, I would go with 3 crashes, 0 fireballs.
Whoa!
I'm going to be way
This
off
movie
with 12.
sucks.
But I might be wrong. 'Cause that wasn't the thing I was paying most attention
Yeah.
to.
What's the what are the overarching plots and themes of this franchise as a whole?
Ooh.
Are they? Because I've never seen any of them.
I know this. Oh, I did see one of them because Vin Diesel's sister is somehow important. Family is a theme.
Okay.
And loyalty, I think, is an overarching theme. And people who are only criminals or bad because authority figures have pushed them to the edge.
Like parents just don't understand.
Yeah.
Right. It's like they're locked into the system, keeping them down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the love interest Vin Diesel's sister?
In other movies,
Okay.
that has been the case.
Paul Walker wants
Paul
to get
Walker.
that diesel sis.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
stop saying that.
Oh, it's very sad. Yeah. And Vin Diesel is not excited about that prospect,
Sure.
obviously.
No one likes people dating sisters. We've
No.
learned that from movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely.
If movies have taught us anything.
Yeah. No one is allowed to date your sister. You have to fight them.
Yeah.
No matter who they are.
There has to be some sort of tie into the franchise, though, right?
This one stands like apart from the other ones, right?
Well, the previous 2, yes.
Okay.
But Fast 4 is then when they started. Fast 4 is when the franchise became like the great spectacle, where it was like all your favorites from the first one, from the second one. There's probably at least one Japanese guy now. Ludacris is there. Like that's when it became just like everybody like just piling on. It became like the Avengers of the Fast and Furious franchise.
Or like the Step Up.
Yeah, I was going to say, as listeners of the podcast know, Molly and Beth are big Step Up fans. What would you say Tokyo Drift is on the Step Up scale?
I would put it at Step Up 4.
The worst
that-
one.
No, the best one. What's the
No,
best one? Third one is
third
the best
one
one.
is the best one.
Yeah.
You think this is the best Fast and the
I
Furious
think it's the
movie?
best Fast
I
and
haven't
Furious.
seen any of the other ones.
It's the one I've watched.
Fair enough.
Completely fair.
Fair enough.
I really hope it's not Step Up 4 because that movie was so bad. So bad. Not entertaining.
It's true.
the
They took just one piece of the formula and then hit it into the ground.
What's the formula? Was the One Piece stepping up?
No, it was
wasn't
it was
exactly.
dudes in
No stepping up.
who were gross and some cars, not enough to
This
make
sounds
it
like
good.
Tokyo Drift.
There was a whole scene where they're dancing on top of cars. So
Yeah.
This-
put
That
that
sounds like
down. I
Grease.
think that happened.
Dancing. Yeah, and actually, I was thinking about it sort of in the way, I don't know if you guys watched Entourage at all.
No.
Like the first season of Entourage was kind of interesting, and then after that, it just went into kind of this fantasy.
So Tokyo Drift is like the late era Entourage?
Oh,
Because that's going to be
that's too much.
god awful.
No, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Mid-season?
Maybe it's like episode 4. No, I don't know.
Oh, Turtle can't figure out how to make money, even though his friend gives him money every day. Oh.
I haven't seen it.
I bet he's got a plan.
Does he, though?
Oh,
It's me, the other guy.
Hey, I'm also in Hollywood.
Fuck that show. I will say that
Ooh,
unequivocally.
jeez.
That show is garbage. It is like the worst.
Mark Wahlberg, if you're listening, we...
Wahlberg?
I'm sorry. I missed
Hey,
it. All
Wahlberg.
right, well, I burned the bridge down. We're done. We're never going to
The,
get
the bridge that I already started to light, you
Yeah.
just crashed
We're
into.
never
just
going
now.
to get a Marky Mark on the podcast.
Well, you just called him Marky Mark. Of course not.
He doesn't like that?
No!
That's his roots.
He's a respected actor-producer now.
Have you
Mark
seen
Wahlberg.
his fitness video from when he was Marky
Yeah,
Mark?
I have.
That's a way to
It's
get in.
amazing.
It's amazing. Totes Recall, special episode.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg fitness video.
I'll tweet that because it's incredible.
Can someone remind me how Mark Wahlberg talks?
He's from Boston.
He's got a Boston.
Does he have a small voice?
Well, no. God, yeah, it's hard. He's
I was
sort
going
of
to
like-
bust out
tough
an
voice.
impression.
It is
but
a tough
I-
voice.
It's a voice that says, you mess with my girl, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Yeah, if you dated Mark Wahlberg's sister,
Oh, he would
forget-
definitely punch you in the
He would
face.
get punched.
And if you... I mean, he basically claimed that he would have stopped 9/11 if he'd been on that plane. So if you date his sister, he is ripping you apart.
yeah. Is America his sister? Is that where he's going?
Yeah, he's a piece of
I
shit.
think that's the plot of Transformers 4, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Great. How do you feel like you're gonna like this movie? Are we at that point?
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think we are, yeah.
We are.
Okay.
Yeah. I think for me, I think I'm gonna like it about the same,
What's the scale?
or maybe worse. I think 5 exploding cars.
Okay. Is that good or bad?
It's good.
great.
5 out of 5?
5
5 out of 5 would
Yeah.
be great. I think I'm gonna put myself actually at 3.5.
Okay.
Just because I'm scared that when I watch it this time, all of the treatment of women and other factors are going to upset me more than I'll be delighted by the drifting.
Uh-huh.
However, I dare you to not be delighted by the drifting.
Oh, I'm counting on being delighted by the
Yeah.
drifting.
Cool. I think. When was the last time you watched this, Molly?
4 to 6 years ago.
Okay, so you still
been a
were
while.
like an adult,
Oh, yeah.
You were like
no,
a
I was-
logical adult
Yeah,
who
you were
could
like-
perceive.
like a free
Yeah,
thinking.
no, I don't have any. I never saw this as a person under 25.
Okay.
Did we guess on the year?
We did not. We talked about it and then did not do it.
Can we just all throw a year out there quick?
Yeah.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3. 2003!
2012.
Damn it! I doubled down on 2003.
2003?
Yeah.
Holy crap. I said 2012.
Whoa!
What?
I think this movie is.
There are 7
years
Fast
old.
and Furious movies
There's
now.
7?
Yes!
Yeah. No, Beth, you got it.
Wait.
No.
No, Beth, you
Blocking
nailed
you
it.
in.
You
I wrote
nailed
it
it. You're
down.
locked in.
Can I
Beth,
also...
you're locked in.
I'm going to add a side bet where that there was a Fast and Furious movie that came out in 2012.
Okay. Excellent.
That's fair.
Molly?
Oh, no. I'm
What
an
did you
idiot.
say?
I
was in
blurted
high
out
school.
98, but that doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to say 2005.
I'm putting it down for 1998.
I'm going to give this, I'm going to predict this movie. I'm going to give it 6.5 exploding cars.
Wow.
What?
You were gonna love this
Whoa.
movie, huh?
I think I am because I am a big fan of like unapologetically stupid movies that are like clearly not like movies that I am clearly not the target demographic of, but are like unapologetically excelling at what they're trying to do.
yeah.
I usually at least appreciate like
Like a movie that knows what it is.
Point Break, for example.
Oh,
Point Break is one of the greatest movies ever made.
Yeah,
like
agreed.
it's one of the dumbest movies ever made. But I could seriously watch that movie for 24 hours straight, and I almost did once when I was at a cabin with a friend of mine. And his stepdad had it on VHS.
I think Point Break is not a shitty movie. I think it's a great movie dressed in a shitty movie's clothing.
Ooh, I like
My opinion on
that.
Point Break.
I like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, that's for a different podcast.
Yes.
I'm going to give it 4 exploding cars. Because I think that I'm going to be so distracted by the drifting that I'm going to look over all the other stuff.
You're not gonna be able to pay attention to the plot.
Can I rescind my Point Break reference and replace it with Face Off? Because I feel like that's a better comparison. Because I agree with you.
Or Premium Rush.
I don't know what that
Oh,
It's
yeah.
an amazing movie. JGL is a bike messenger.
is. Okay. Does he drift?
He might drift at some
No,
point.
but there's a lot of biking badassery.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does jump off his bike at one point and like slide on his feet so that he can bike under a semi truck.
Oh.
It's an amazing movie and it knows exactly what it's doing.
It is, except it gets a little confused towards the end.
Who cares?
That's
He's
every
biking.
movie.
He's
No.
biking in like that Michael
All of a
Sheen's
sudden, they're
after him.
like, "Oh, hey, let's cry for a minute. Here's tears of rain." It's weird.
All right.
It's true. It
I don't
cuts
remember
to a
that
whole
crying.
other scene that's supposed to like raise. They're trying to raise the stakes on him making this one delivery or whatever, which is fine. But it's life and death, so you have to already make that leap, and then you have to leap to like a grandma and a grandchild being stopped from getting on a boat, and their tears and it's
Oh, yeah, I
rain
remember
and like it is the weirdest. It doesn't look like the rest of the movie. Anyway,
I was probably put in.
we should do a
after-
podcast on Premium
Yes,
Rush.
so.
That movie's
We
great.
should just watch that.
Late
No.
bet. there's a montage where white guy learns how to drift.
Oh, great bet. Great
Yeah,
bet.
it's a good solid one.
Montage drifting. Does anybody, out of the blue bet from Dan, someone calls someone else a drifter in a pejorative manner, like they're a hobo, but really they're someone who could drift really well, and there's confusion over that.
This is getting really precise.
I like it.
One thing that you have not yet mined is he closer to his mom or his dad?
Oh, mom.
Okay.
Ooh, late bet. His mother died in a drifting accident.
And with that, we're going to pause.
I should give it a rating.
Oh, sorry, Dan.
I'm also going to give it 4. I think I would enjoy it mostly, but there's going to be some parts that are just really shitty.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I hope I promise nothing better than that. All right, so now we are going to hit pause, and we're going to go watch Tokyo Drift. We'll be right back. And we're back. We've just watched a really long movie, Tokyo Drift.
Was it that
It
long?
wasn't really that long, but it felt like forever.
Yeah. I felt like it was a pretty tight, like, shitty action movie, right? Like, it couldn't have been over 2 hours.
No.
No
I didn't
way.
check the runtime, but that was probably a tight 90, I would imagine.
Right?
Yeah. But there was still a lot of fat that could have been cut.
Oh, boy.
I'd say.
Yeah, that could have
Less
made
dialogue, more drifting.
Wait, there was so little dialogue already.
it. Yeah.
And most of it really packed a punch, you guys.
Oh, my God. Anytime someone spoke for more than 2 minutes, it was like very telegraphed to you, the audience, like, this is a real moment. This person is bearing their soul to this other person.
Yeah.
Please pay attention, because this is the closest there is to a plot.
And every character felt like they wanted to look right at the camera and deliver a catchphrase. In fact, Bow Wow,
Twink.
because of course there's not Japanese people in this movie.
No.
Looked straight at the camera one point while riding up elevator with a bunch of ladies.
And
And gave a little wink.
A little winky.
But let's get into it.
Yeah.
We were pretty right about how the protagonist was a white dude who moved from America to Japan, to Tokyo.
He did.
The titular Tokyo Drift. And he was not on the lam as I wanted him to be. So I guess, well...
he was
no.
kind of.
He was kind of.
I mean, not on the lam, but he was
He was
running
like-
away from problems. Like, if he were to stay in the U.S., he would have been arrested and
Gone to
probably
juvie.
charged.
He was on, like, fake probation.
Yeah.
He was,
He
like
was on, my mom arranged a scenario based on her seductive and intellectual stylings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Implied intellectual styling.
Yeah.
More direct, seductive stuff.
Right.
Either way, she was a great mom.
So the movie opens up with some... I think the opening is actually pretty good.
Yeah?
In terms of, like, while the credits are going, in terms of establishing, I don't know, the tone of the movie and, like, the characters and stuff, which, you know, the tone and the characters are pretty flat, so it didn't need to do a whole lot, but it's like, oh, this kid's in high school, and he's not the cool kid. He's kind of picked on by authority figures. Like we were talking about, Molly was saying, the themes of the whole franchise are like being picked on by authority. Like he's scanned at his high school right away for no reason at all.
Yeah.
But then pretty soon gets in a fight with the eldest son from Home Improvement.
Yes.
Which is amazing to see. For talking to his girlfriend.
Yes.
Which is
Not his own girlfriend, but the Home Improvement
Right,
kid's
Home Improvement
girlfriend.
kids. Zach?
Sure.
Was that the...
Character or the... It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I already forgot how that went because he was talking to her and then he came over and was like, don't talk to my girl.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's...
She
Let's
was
race.
sitting...
No, he tried to drive away, you guys. Oh, but were you going to say how she was sitting on top of the
She
convertible?
was sitting on top of the convertible that he was parked next to.
Yeah.
Painting her toenails.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
there was
that's right. She had
slow-
weird legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there was a slow motion wind that lifted her skirt up so you
Yes.
could see her panties.
Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
Because apparently, later on in the movie, there's this implication of ghosts. So maybe that was the first.
You think this is the foreshadowing of Drift Ghosts?
Yes. We'll get into Drift Ghost later. Okay. I've got a whole thing on Drift Ghost.
Okay. But then Zach, who is he's like the quarterback.
Or something. He's at least like a good player on the team.
He had a letter jacket.
Yeah, he's the alpha jock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all the other jocks were like behind him, like, oh, I can't wait to see him talk to this nerd or whatever.
He was like the burnout kid.
Yeah.
And I don't know, they do typical movie high school stuff where they're like, hey, let's race. Well, I want to race you. I don't want to race.
Well, there
was so much symbolism, though.
Yeah.
Because our hero tries to just be cool and drive away.
Right.
But then the jock throws a baseball through his back window, and the baseball falls on the ground along with shards of glass. Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
It's on.
It's on.
Perfect cinematography.
Yeah.
And there's like a class-ish thing happening. Like they specifically mentioned that he's like, gutter trash from the shitty part of car town and his car sucks and like, oh, my car's great and expensive. But then Sean, our completely uninteresting, not attractive protagonist, he's just dead fish.
He's somewhat attractive. He's muscular.
He is Hollywood. I would say he is Hollywood ugly.
Yes. I agree.
Wow.
I do not think that he was leading man
No.
at all.
I don't think he's leading man, but Hollywood
But he was in this movie.
Yeah, no, he's the leading man of the movie.
I know. What I'm saying is...
I'm just saying, if you were to say, let's say you were to take Bow Wow, for example.
Okay.
Put him in the lead role. Suddenly, charisma goes up 80% at least.
Yeah.
You're like, yes, I want to follow this charming man around.
Yeah.
You actually maybe believe that any of those women are interested in talking to him.
But who are you going to put in the plucky comic sidekick role?
I don't know, like that chubby kid from Modern Family. Is he alive? Is he around? Is he around at that point?
Okay, so you recast this movie. Sure. Yeah, but then the end of that race, this was the moment when, for me, I was like, oh, okay, I know what kind of movie this is. When they get to race and, like, the girlfriend of Zach from Home Improvement, they're, like, arguing over what the bet of the race is going to be because Sean's car is too shitty.
Yeah.
So he's like, why would I race you? I don't want your shitty car. And then the girlfriend just goes, whoever wins gets me. So gross. And then is she the one that also does no, it's a completely different
totally
chick.
random, unnamed, never seen again woman.
Who, like, does the flag to start the race where she reaches in her shirt and takes off her bra, like in one move also.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, well, there's a cut, so they give her time to, like, adjust.
Like,
and,
I want to see that whole clip where she's, like, super awkwardly, like, undoing the clasp and, like, getting each arm out so that she can pull it out the front and then drop it to start the race.
Yeah, the way that they cut it looked really smooth, but in real life...
It would have been a little...
there's
not
like,
quite as cool.
There's some things that have to happen.
Unless when they were driving there, she, like, pre-planned and, like, already had, like opened it and, like, kind of, like, shifted out of it. It was just waiting, like, sort of tensely holding it up until that moment.
She called it, as all the other the race ladies was like, I'm going to throw my bra for this one, ladies.
Oh, get out of the way.
Anyway, it's my turn.
Zach's going to love it. I'm going to finally win Zach.
But then they have a pretty sweet race.
Through, like, a half-finished...
Like, gateway community.
Yeah.
And that's when he wins the race, right?
He crashes his car.
They both crash.
They both crash.
No, but he does drive through a house.
And
he
then,
drives
like,
through the entire
launches
frame.
over the thing to get back into the lead of the race.
And we know that he thinks it's cool because when he is brought to the police station, they show him a clip of it, and he says... Where can I get a copy of that tape?
Yeah, he's got swagger.
He's got real swagger.
Because he doesn't care about authority.
No way, man.
Even though you sort of get the impression that maybe he does, because he doesn't get into trouble. He has an opportunity to step in and stop a kid who's being bullied, and he does not.
Right.
So he seems like he's trying to shy away, but he just can't help it.
Yeah. When it comes to racing, he can't help it.
Oh,
right. But also mouthing off to cops.
Yeah, he loves that.
Right.
Because he's so cool.
He's so cool.
Sean. Our cool protagonist, Sean.
Cool guy. Yeah. Whose username is Bama Boy.
Yes.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Probably Alabama.
Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
That's in the movie?
Yeah.
When he's text messaging with
girl,
her almost unnamed girl,
who is like the lead female of the
lead
movie.
female. His username is Bama Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, because they did move around a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
We think he's from Texas at the start of the movie because there's oil derricks.
But that was their third stop, so he's probably from Alabama.
Sure. And they moved
they
Mississippi,
moved
and
to
they just,
Texas.
Yeah.
They just keep going west.
They just kept
Go
going west,
man.
Yeah.
state by state.
Right, until eventually he's in the ocean and becomes a merman.
Well, he just keeps going to Japan.
Oh, so he would have ended up in Japan anyways.
Yeah.
It's fate.
Yeah, it's like 12 more moves.
Manifest individual destiny.
Ha!
So he gets in trouble with the police.
Yeah,
and
Johnny
they tell
Law.
him that his mom tells him that he's moving to Japan to be with his father.
It gives him very little any additional information.
No.
Right.
Does she say that? Did I just miss that? I was
No,
surprised.
she says
Like, you have to
we're not
leave.
we're not moving.
Yeah, and then there's a cut of him in a plane.
Yeah, going to Tokyo. I think we know he's going to Tokyo.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
Well,
mean,
because the
movie's
plane
called-
lands
Sure, it says
in
Tokyo.
Tokyo, Japan.
Well, then the captain reads Tokyo, Japan.
yeah,
Yeah.
just
The movie's
in
also
case you
called
were
Tokyo
wondering.
Drift.
Sure.
Where else is he going?
Maybe he would stop somewhere, like stop in Hawaii, and like just get take a few hours to
Yeah.
find himself.
Yeah.
And he arrives at someone's door. He knocks on the door. His dad is very surprised that he's there on what he thinks is not the 7th,
Right.
but it is the 7th.
Yeah, I feel like that was such a weird way to play that. There was they wanted to show that his dad was kind of a deadbeat as well, right?
Yeah.
So he screwed up picking him up at the airport.
Yes.
But then his reason was oh, your mom said the 7th. It is the 7th. Oh, but we're a day ahead here.
Right.
That makes no sense.
I
It's
think that
still
is the idea,
7th.
right? Is that
Well,
he
if
just
she had
it was
said,
a
if he
shitty
had said
excuse.
Thursday,
Right.
you could understand
Or
why
if she had said tomorrow or the day
Right.
after tomorrow, then it's oh, I got confused.
I thought that was on purpose. We're supposed to immediately see through his lie and be like, oh, he's just shitty.
He's a shitty dad.
Well, but he
was
has
busy
such a
banging that broad.
transformation. Well, yeah.
He was banging a prostitute.
Who was that a prostitute?
Oh, we're pretty sure.
We're pretty
Because
sure
there's
it's
lots of
prostitute.
prostitution references later.
Yeah, what did she said something in Japanese when...
See you
Just
later.
see you later.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I guess that could be either way.
Yeah.
For some reason in my head, see you later meant they had a relationship, but I guess that...
You thought
They
that,
have some sort of
you thought the
relationship.
Japanese translation was I love you and we are committed to each other.
Yeah, I thought see you later, it was more commitment based.
It was a casual see you later.
Yeah.
I don't want to brag, guys, but I lived in Japan for 2 years.
Okay.
NBD.
Give
so
it to
I
us.
know
Give
a
everything.
little bit of Japanese. Yeah. So he's there. Right away, his dad sets the rules of don't go near cars.
Yes,
His dad-
specifically. Go to school, come home,
Go to school, come home,
don't touch cars.
And what does he do? He gets into a race.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Well, only because his new friend Twink Bow Wow, who's apparently he fences shoes and iPods and apparently.
Yeah.
But he had a steering wheel attached to his backpack, and he's like, "Oh, can I buy that steering wheel?" And Bow Wow's like, "Hell no! I bought this with real money, without stealing it or whatever." Which I don't do with anything else. It's implied.
Yeah.
And then he finds out that he has found a kindred spirit of racing.
Race bro.
Yeah, but then his car is insane.
Yeah,
it's like a PT Cruiser with Incredible Hulk themes on
Yes.
it or something.
Yeah. And then they go to the race party.
Yeah.
The first race party, which is awesome. It inspired awe in me. It's just all Japanese chicks with short skirts and high stockings.
Yes.
And fading in and out of slow motion and regular motion while
Yes.
people look under their hoods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It's
The
100%.
car hoods.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Molly.
Someone's
Well-
probably looking under someone's hood.
And then there's a real classy line where Bow Wow hands Sean a box of Kleenex.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When he's like, when you blow your load.
Oh, was that because they were ladies? I thought it was
Yeah.
because he couldn't handle the car.
I think it was
And
a
both.
combination.
It was
I think it was like the
both.
whole party was so boner-inducing.
Yeah.
That
We're going to a boner party. So you're going to need this box.
they cut that line. They cut that line. That was an ad-lib by Bow Wow. Hey, I'm taking the Hulk car, the boner party.
What? You'll need
Boner
these tissues.
Party of 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like a perfectly like that if we hadn't already figured out what kind of movie this was going to be.
Yeah.
the like exposition scene of the racing place, basically like hammered to your face, like this is the movie.
Yeah.
None of these women will speak or have any character development.
It was 100% what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
That scene, having never seen the movie, I knew what that scene was going to be.
Oh, for
like.
sure.
And almost all the dudes had two chicks.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
playing a chick on either
Yeah.
arm.
That was like a theme that ran rampant through the film.
Yeah.
It's a good call on
The
that.
the ratio, gender ratio
Yeah.
in race culture is heavily skewed towards female.
However,
Yeah.
very few of them have any agency to speak of, it seems like.
No, and maybe only one or two of them can race.
Yeah.
Or do race.
Yeah.
Maybe they all can race.
But they just choose not
They
to.
choose not to.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Right.
So, Yakuza. Dan Linden had bet that the bad guy would be Yakuza, which he sort of
Sort of.
is.
I mean,
They
he claims to be.
Yeah. They say he is at the beginning, but it turns out his uncle's Yakuza.
Yeah.
His uncle's also kind of a bad guy. I mean,
He's a real bad guy.
yeah.
He's actually Yakuza.
Yeah.
He's not really the main villain of
No.
the film,
No.
but he is a bad guy. So,
Yeah.
Correct.
DK is I would say, the antagonist.
Absolutely.
Oh, what does
And-
DK stand for?
Drift King. The king of drifting.
Yes.
Which is the main race move of this film. Do the other Fast and Furious movies have specific race moves?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
This is
I
the
think
only
this
one
is-
that's like,
This movie is mostly about drift.
yeah.
I think this one was specifically like, let us introduce the world to the artistry of Tokyo drifting.
Yeah.
I want
feel
to
like-
talk about the drifting
Talk about it.
because I feel like the first scene, the drifting was the most insane because the quarters were so tight.
Right.
They're in a parking ramp,
Yeah.
maneuvering around. Where the last scene, the drifting was not as impressive to me.
Yeah. The race finale was not great. I'd
Wait.
say.
Okay. Because in the parking deck, well, you had really confined spaces and you had those tight spirals and everything, and that's
Yeah.
impressive. However, on the mountainside, you had no walls
Right.
and just sheer cliffs
Yes.
of death.
So if you F up your drift, you're going over.
If you F up your drift as our protagonist did, you just mess up your friend's car.
I suppose stakes are higher on the mountain. It just didn't seem...
It was boring as
I
hell.
mean,
Yeah.
it was like, okay, well, now we're skipping way ahead, but
It's fine.
it seemed to me it was 10
We've covered
minutes.
the plot. We can skip anywhere now.
It was 10 minutes of them driving down a hill and bumping into each other.
Yes.
Like,
I
there,
mean, aggressively.
yeah, but there wasn't anything like, there weren't any like cool parts where like one of the cars spun around and then they were driving backwards down the hill or like
Yeah.
anything crazy. It was just, we hit each other with our cars.
Right.
I agree. I think the opening drifting is
Way
the
cooler.
best drifting.
Yeah, I thought that was
And
the best
When he
scene.
drifted up the spiral ramp and
drifted
the
up the
top
ramp.
of the... That was cool.
Pretty sweet. And we have a theory that this movie was shown in 3D because there's a lot of moments where it seems like it should have been.
Yeah, something was coming at the screen.
Yeah, and like one of the drifted moments where it's like the butt of his car misses the wall by like an inch or a couple centimeters.
Yeah.
They're in Japan. So yeah, Sean fucks up his initial drift.
Yes. Well, he's offered a car
Yeah,
by Han,
by Han.
who is apparently like close but not super friends with Drift King.
Yeah,
They like work together or something.
they're like business partners
Yeah.
more than
Friends.
friends or like. I don't think Han's like an underling to the Drift King. Yes.
Well, I mean, he's a little bit of an underling. I'd say he's half a step down. Like, he reports into him and brings his money in.
But he knows who he is.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the themes of this movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Knowing who you are.
Yeah, knowing who you are and being present are the two themes I wrote down for this movie.
I feel like he didn't really know who he was because I didn't know what he was talking about the entire time. He was just
Yeah.
saying words. He's like, yeah, and then you got to know who you are.
Just because you don't know who Han is doesn't mean
Okay,
he
you're
doesn't
right. You're
know
right.
himself.
He doesn't
Han
need
is.
to explain himself.
Yeah, no.
That's
There
who
were
he
a
is.
lot of moments in this movie where like there were really like overwrought racing metaphors presented as like important life lessons that Sean was getting But none of those conversations ever made any sense.
No, they had so many like real moments that just didn't go anywhere. I feel like they said. I mean, especially the scene that where they were at the diner or something, and they're talking to each other. The one that you guys paused for me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And-
when Sean and our female lead,
Yes.
whose name is Neela, but we're pretty sure she doesn't get named till like an hour 15 minutes.
Yeah, the movie was almost over.
We were waiting
Yeah.
for someone to name her.
Yeah,
And
let's-
a lot has happened to her and with her.
Yes.
yeah, she's been an important character.
She is a very important object, at least, within the plot of the movie.
And he does have a little dawning of awareness. He tries to do that thing where he's like, I know you. You moved around a lot and you spent your childhood pissed off at your parents. Seen it 4 times. And then later on, he admits he doesn't know her and he's a little bit more humble. And
Yeah.
it makes him slightly more appealing.
Yeah.
But that leads to the cafeteria conversation, which was wonderful.
Yeah.
Which
It was
one?
by far the best. The cafeteria conversation
we
between
find out-
Sean and
Oh.
Neela.
When they really connect, when they have real talk with each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
We find out Neela's mom died when she was 10.
Yeah.
And then Bama Boy moved, like, his parents divorced when he was 3,
Yep.
and they moved around a lot. Molly, you should say your
Oh,
favorite
because my
lines.
favorite line is, he's like, we moved around a lot, mostly because of me. Well, all because of me.
Yeah. Sean's line delivery throughout this movie was very...
Yeah, I'm not sure why he got casted. I'm sorry, Sean, if you're listening to this
Yeah.
podcast. But yeah, maybe, like, Beth made the comment, like, is the actor a good driver?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
didn't
why
know that.
he's in
Maybe
this?
maybe he is a stunt driver, and that's why he was cast. Like there was that movie recently with I don't know her name or the title of the movie, but she was specifically cast in the movie because she's an amazing stunt woman.
Oh.
But it was like kind of the first time that like a stunt woman has been cast in a film because she's great and didn't. Yeah, it wasn't like because we have to, like, Angelina Jolie is going to be the star, but then we're going to have
Sure.
her do all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, to his credit, though, they may have only had enough budget for one take
Right.
of each meaningful moment because they blew their entire budget on the car scenes.
Oh, they
and the
definitely
trash.
blew their entire budget on the cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will want to say this about I lost track of the number of car crashes, but I did feel sure there were more or fewer car crashes than there were meaningful glances. So many meaningful looks
Yeah.
exchanged.
There was a lot of staring in each other's eyes between
Yeah.
Sean and
Han.
Han. Yeah, and Neela and Sean.
DK and Neela.
DK and
Oh,
Neela,
that one took
DK and
forever.
Sean. There's a lot of dudes getting real
Real
close.
close.
So close
to,
to
and it's
each
like
other.
we wanted people to kiss.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of kissing in this
Do
movie.
you think that's what...
They don't even kiss. The
No, they
Sean
don't.
and
No.
Neela.
I don't think
There's
anyone...
no-
Well, some lesbians kiss
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it's
true.
true.
mid-party.
Is there no sex scene in this movie?
No.
That's amazing.
Well, the sex scene is the drifting.
Shit.
It's, you know,
I feel like this movie would have an egregious.
you think so?
Well, I thought
I-
the lesbians kissing in the hallway was totally egregious and unnecessary.
Sure, but that was like almost like a throwaway. It wasn't like our two characters coming together.
Right.
That's true. They
Getting
never
it
kiss,
on.
which is
Yeah.
great.
I for sure thought that when the girl took her bra off, it was going to cut to a topless thing, and I was like, oh crap, it's one of these movies. But yeah, it wasn't really.
Is this like a PG movie?
No way. But they did only say the F word once, right?
So they're probably PG-13.
PG-13, you get that one.
Yep. You get one.
Yeah.
You get one.
Better use it. Big used it amazingly.
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift.
It's true.
Uh,
Can I share an amazing fact about
Yeah.
our protagonist?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In real life, did you know that he supports the Alabama Crimson Tide football team?
Whoa, that is a good fact.
And his nickname is Lucky.
Did you get that off of Teen Beat?
Yes. IMDb Teen Beat.
Really?
I am Teen Beat.
I am Teen Beat.
I am a Teen Beat.
Sean's my favorite drifter.
Yeah, so I love drifting. Bama, we drift all the time.
Bama boy. All right, I'm going all over the place.
So number of crashes, as Molly mentioned, we kind of lost count. but there was only one explosion.
Yes. A very plot-specific
It was
explosion.
when Han dies.
Yes.
He exploded in a car crash.
Now, I want to know the truth. Did you guys see the Han dying coming?
No.
Did I see it coming? No, but I'm not surprised by it either.
As soon as I feel like in movies, as soon as the bad guy and the main guy and the main guy's friend get into some sort of thing, the main guy's friend always dies.
Wow.
So as soon as they got in the cars and started chasing each other, I was like, oh, this is not going to end well for
But
us.
I didn't think this was that kind of movie. Like, I didn't see it coming because I assumed this movie was just like, it's just cars. You know what I mean? Like, the worst that was going to happen was like, oh, his car is crashing. Maybe there'd be a cut to like, Han in the hospital with like a neck brace on. Someone's like, you have to race for me.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I did not expect him to actually explode in a fireball.
Because I have seen this movie multiple times,
Yes.
and I totally forgot that he dies.
Really?
I remember something happened to him, and I was really surprised the first time something bad happened to him. Because in my memory, he gets shot, and it's really shocking. But this is a million times worse. And also, when the car is upside down and he's inside it, and you see the gasoline dripping and the flames starting, I was like, oh, Sean's going to reach into the car and pull him out just in the nick of time. And that does not happen.
Well, because Sean is a dead-on-arrival protagonist. He has no charisma. The gods of film are going to be like, I'm not going to give this to you. I'm not going to give this amazing save to you. You know what I mean?
Well, it made me feel really bad about Han. So
But
there's
he
that.
comes back in later movies.
Well, you don't know that
Yes,
until
I
Vin
do.
Diesel shows up at the end.
Well,
This movie, we learned, is 6th chronologically in
Yes.
the Fast universe.
yes, which is amazing that that's a thing.
Because I guess Han must be in later made movies
Yes.
that happened earlier, right? Because we learned at the very end, Vin Diesel shows up.
Yeah. He wants to race the new Drift King, who is Sean,
Yeah.
which we have also not quite gotten to.
It's like the epilogue,
Yeah.
essentially, right? After the boring final race.
Like the 10-minute
Yeah.
race down a hill.
Reminds me of like a Jetta commercial. Like just the one with like a car driving down a mountainside.
Yeah. Which also, I don't know if I've ever seen this in a movie. The movie ends, and then there's a disclaimer right away.
Yeah.
Like you would see on a car commercial,
Yeah.
like,
Don't do
by
this.
professionals, don't attempt this stuff. I don't know why people have to put that in there. I
'Cause-
guess people would be drifting.
Well, Paul Walker died in a fucking drag race.
Was he drifting?
Well, he wasn't
Really?
driving, though.
Well, no, but he was still, like, participating. Like, he was like, yeah, I'll sit in this car with you,
Really?
dumb person who's...
I just thought it was a car crash.
I did too.
No, I'm pretty sure they were actually... I don't know. Maybe I'm just...
They were racing?
Maybe I'm pulling this from my imagination because I want to believe movies are real. But
Oh.
My main disappointment with this movie was that it never name checked itself.
Right.
There was never any moment where someone was like, "You don't know what that is? That's the Tokyo Drift."
yeah.
Yeah.
And like guitar riff or like hip hop beat follows right
Yeah.
after that. That was a real bummer for me.
They said drift a ton.
They said drift a ton, obviously, but they never said Tokyo Drift.
Did
No.
they say another type of drift? Wasn't there another type of drift?
There is?
Like the French drift.
No, I think there was just one kind of drifting.
It was like the mountain drift, like the
Well,
origin story of drifting.
Sure.
Weren't those drifters French?
What?
Am I making that up?
Yes.
I think you're making that up.
Okay,
They just
sorry.
said the original drifters trained at the mountains.
Which was
I had a-
the best part of the...
Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's jump to that. So,
Okay.
Sean does stuff at school. He gets beat up. He gets press ganged into the Yakuza. Who cares?
Then Han's like, you're working for me now.
Yeah. And Han's like a cool dude.
Yeah.
He takes him above. I think it's in Shibuya. There's like a famous intersection in Tokyo where everyone crosses at once. It's also in Lost in Translation.
Okay.
But they're above that intersection to talk about how everybody down there lives by fear, and you have to know who you are and be present and yada yada, and themes.
Yep.
So then he's like working with him, and they're bros. And then eventually, Han wants to pit Sean against the Drift King because he says you're his kryptonite. I don't know why that
I
is.
don't either.
I guess he sees racing potential in him, even though he like.
Wait, that was
sucked.
at the very beginning. Are you saying the answer to the question, why did you have me race DK? And he says, because you're his kryptonite?
Yeah, I'm jumping
Okay.
around. That's
Got
like
it.
one event where they're bonding, and
Oh,
then
okay.
above the intersection's another.
Yeah.
and then
There's
when
a lot
they
of bonding
almost
between those
kiss.
two. They almost kiss
Yeah.
for
Kiss
sure.
a couple
For
times.
sure.
But then he trains him how to drift.
Yes.
And then we get the predicted drift montage, interwoven with another montage where he's learning to sell shoes with Bella?
Yeah. That was weird.
Why? Why bother?
I don't know.
Is that so people, like, test audiences like, where's he getting the money for all this? People are, like, pissed about that. But then we learned that, yes, the original drifters learned in the mountains by feel.
Yes. It was an amazing, just throwaway, like, legendary origin story.
Yeah, it was real mythological.
Oh, my God, I loved
imagined, like, I wanted it to be like monks, which makes no sense because it's about car racing.
I know. I wanted to cut to, like, a animated, like, scroll work flashback.
like
with,
over-voiced by Han?
Yeah, with, like, very traditional Japanese music behind it.
That would have been great.
It would have been amazing.
Remake this movie.
Yeah, if we can get, like, a
crew.
Blu-ray Redux with that just cut in.
You can send it to us. P.O. Box Totes.
TotesRecall.com.
Yeah, just email us that. Digital delivery. So that's our awesome training montage.
I have a question about the training montage,
Yeah.
if I may. When he's first in a drift, they're at, like, some dock, right?
Yep.
And there's, like, some cantankerous fishermen who just seem
yeah.
to be bothered by it.
Yeah.
But then one of them says, in Japanese, like, you call that drifting?
Yeah.
And I wonder, this is my theory, if that was once the Drift King, who was deposed and had been put into exile and had to just be an old fisherman on the dock.
I took it away to mean that everybody in Japan knows how to drift.
Yeah.
It's
how I
like
felt
common
about it.
knowledge. It's like using chopsticks. It's
Yeah.
like just something they
You
do.
drift.
They learn. That's how they drive. They
Well,
drift.
just like they go to that the party or whatever, and everybody's there, and he shows up at school the next day, and it's all the same kids.
Yeah.
So literally everyone in their school goes to these like car racing things.
Right.
Yeah. Race
Tokyo
parties.
Drift.
Tokyo Drift. Because Tokyo is a pretty small town, so
Sure.
Yeah, that
it
makes
is.
sense.
the year of the movie is 2006.
Oh.
You guys.
Guess 2012 wasn't that far.
2012 was it insane?
I'm going to stick with 1998.
But so Dan and I were closest. We win. Good job, us.
Yay.
But then Molly's later bet after she doubted her 1998 was 2005.
Sweet.
Yeah, but we still don't get it.
He didn't write that down. so-
We keep all these scores, by the way.
Yeah.
A huge spreadsheet to see who's winning.
Really?
No.
No.
Do you want to talk about mesh tank tops, Dan?
The complete disappointment.
I thought we saw one.
I
Beth
spotted-
claims
I
to have
spotted
spotted
one.
one in the
We
background.
can check the DVD.
Yeah. Listeners, if you can go back, we
Yeah.
think it's in the first
It's in
It's
the.
car
during,
party scene.
Yeah, it's before he
party.
blows his wad.
Before
it's
Yeah.
pre-wad blowage.
There's a Japanese man wearing a yellow mesh tank top.
See, that's what I wanted. But I
Yeah.
thought it'd be like a member of the evil gang. You know what I mean? Like it'd be like a tertiary character who would always be wearing a mesh tank top.
Yeah.
I just want to say the most well-developed character of this entire thing was the dad. He goes through an emotional arc.
Yes.
He goes through many costume changes.
Yes.
I really feel like he gives up drinking. And he helps to restore a car, which is, in fact, a metaphor for he and his son's relationship.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that car is strong enough to survive the mountain.
Yes.
So I assume he's pretty self-actualized.
I agree with that. I think that might actually be the most complex character, the Navy dad.
Because he even said, like, when he's like, after he stops Drift King from shooting his son in the head,
Yeah.
his son, he's like, I'm taking you out, I'm giving you a ticket to fly away tomorrow. But he's like, no, Dad, I have to save this girl or whatever. And he says, like, at least you're not repeating my mistakes. Because he left their mom,
Yeah.
presumably,
Yeah.
to go be a drunk Navy guy, I guess.
But, okay, I agree with all that. But you don't really get to pick where you go when you're in the armed services, right?
Not really.
Like, he probably
But
got...
maybe he joined the Navy to get away from
Oh,
his
he's like,
mom.
oh, shit, I
he-
can't handle his 3-year-old. He's drifting in his toy cars all the
I mean,
time.
it might have been a situation where, like, he joined the service and was just like, well, I'm shipping off to wherever. You guys can come along or don't.
Yeah.
And then his mom was like, that's dumb. I'm going to stay here in Allo, Texas, Luana, or whatever.
Yes. And it led to a montage which was exactly like a montage in Grease when they made Grease Lightning.
Yeah.
Right down to the lowering of the engine
Yes.
into the body of the car and then the clear glass fitting on top. Now, in this movie, the clear glass was the windshield. But there's that moment where you really think it's going to cover the engine just like Grease Lightning.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie is pretty much a
Basically,
Grease.
yeah.
Starts out in high school. It's a greaser.
It ends with. Does it end with a woman sacrificing her identity to be with the man?
I mean, she didn't really have any identity.
No, or a name for most of the movie.
For most of the movie. It's still pretty much Grease.
I guess. Although with Grease, like anytime Danny Zuko spoke to a woman, I didn't want to just kill him. Like every time Sean spoke to any woman, I was just like. I actually wrote down that I die a little every time he speaks to a woman.
It's underlined 3 times.
How could you think that when he had great lines like, it's not the rod, it's the ride.
Ugh.
Oh, gross.
You guys,
So
Grease was
horrible.
more female friendly than this movie.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Rizzo? I bet Rizzo would have drifted hard.
You know what I mean. Yeah, so we didn't explicitly state this, but this is a big fail on Bechdel.
Oh.
For sure.
It was almost. I really wanted it to be 0 named female characters, just because that would be so amazing. Like I don't know if I've ever seen a movie where there's no named female characters,
Right.
not even one.
Right.
Yeah.
This was close.
This
Like-
was real close.
But the movie had, as we discussed earlier, more women in it than men.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, like 2 to 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, there was that really weird. There was like really that odd woman who was like part of Han's gang who never spoke and was never directly addressed. But like when Sean got the shit kicked out of him, she like came to him and was like in the frame for a good 3 minutes, but didn't say anything. I don't think was even acknowledged. But she was like holding him and like checking up on him.
She did speak a few times.
When?
Hurry.
Once when Twink was in a fight,
Uh-huh.
and she ran in and said something in Japanese
Oh,
to get
okay.
his attention.
Yeah.
Oh, Sean. she,
She said Sean.
she said his name in Japanese.
Hurry.
And then there was another time when they got a new car for him, and
Okay.
she ran in. So her job in the film is to run in and get the attention of Sean.
Good. Okay. Very
Which
important.
I think she nailed.
Oh, for sure. She nailed it. I'm
Great
not
job.
criticizing her. I'm not criticizing her role. Well, I'm criticizing her role in the movie. I'm not criticizing how she executed her role. in
Executed
the
her role,
movie.
yeah. I just feel like she has more potential than that.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She could have been
She should have been
Drift
drifting.
King.
Yeah, DK.
DK. I bet she is DK.
DQ.
DQ. Come on.
Come on.
I get it.
Drift Queen.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Dairy Queen.
I get it. It's just
She's
such
the
a
Blizzard.
gendered.
Exactly. Drift King is the title. It's Drift
DM.
King.
The Drift Monarch.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Me, the Drift Monarch. Sounds like a butterfly.
I like it. Ugh.
Do you guys think you could be the Drift King? Out of the 4 of us, if we were to have a race,
Okay. I like this.
who would emerge victorious in drifting?
I would vote Molly because she's seen the movie 5 times.
That's
yeah.
true.
Molly for sure.
probably would do.
Because the whole time there, the scene where they were having real talk in the car while they were drifting,
Oh,
it was so bad.
Oh, the sensitive drifting scene?
nighttime
which
where it was
is-
like a ballet. There was like
Yeah.
6 cars drifting in unison down the mountain.
It was like so quiet, and it was
Oh,
like,
God.
this is what we did when we were like had to get away from it all, like you were or whatever.
Before they could drive.
The entire time I was like, if I were in that car, I would just be like, ah! Just like screaming. They're like on a mountain.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
dangerous.
That scene was super weird. It seemed
So
like it should
weird.
have been a scene about, like going up to a hill to watch, I don't know, the antelope migrate, or like the clouds pass
Like
by.
Aurora Borealis.
Yeah, or something like we used to come up here when I was a kid. Like, but she used to go up to the hills to watch people race, like
Yeah.
watch people drift.
Yeah.
No, well, just to. I think the idea was that this was before things got competitive and souped
Oh,
up
sure.
and masculine.
Well, the
It
original
was
masters.
Just, yeah, it was just what?
The original French masters were drifting
no.
before it was competitive.
No, I like where you're going.
But,
And they-
so that it was like it's a very kind of zen, and then it makes the by feel drifting by feel seem less dumb If you consider, I actually thought that was one of the most beautiful scenes. My biggest problem was the way she was holding the steering wheel. It was so fake.
Yeah.
It looked like her fingers were just barely touching. I don't know how to explain why somebody would look fake holding a steering wheel.
Because it was like she wasn't gripping it. It looked
like resting.
Yeah, it looked like one of those Muppets where the arms were like just these little thin things that they like place on stuff.
like a T-Rex.
Yeah.
But just like set gently on the steering
It didn't
wheel.
look like she would have enough control to drift that gracefully down the mountain.
Yeah.
Well, that's the true art.
I guess
Yeah,
it looks
maybe.
like maybe the original French masters, like they just
Effortless.
put 2 fingers on the wheel and could just
Drifted perfectly.
just slide down that mountain.
But I think in that scene they're not racing. I think they're
No.
just drifting.
They're just
right?
drifting.
But that's the point.
For the love of
is
drifting.
it's-
Just for the love of
exactly.
drifting. For the love of the
For
drift.
the art of it.
But it's while the women are driving that they can just
Aha.
drift. They can just drift free and be a drifter community.
Maybe.
But once the men get involved,
Right.
they start smashing each other up, slamming their hard steel bodies into each other.
Maybe the original French drift ghosts were all women. They were all like women of the mountain who developed drifting for just that Zen practice.
Yeah.
And then some warlord, I assume, because it's a Japanese myth.
Sure.
Some warlord came in and saw the power of drifting, killed them, and thus they became the drift ghost that Sean calls upon at the end for the last race, I assume.
Drifting was
That's
corrupted
implied.
by
Man.
my man.
Yes.
Well, by power, for sure.
By power, yeah.
Dick power.
Dick.
Yeah.
Men are stand-in for
it's
power.
the rod.
It's the
Yeah.
patriarchy. Did we talk? We didn't really talk about drift ghosts, which are not real, but we wanted them to be.
There's before the final race where Sean has somehow convinced what we were told, we were led to believe is a very dangerous, like, Yakuza man, somehow convinced him, I will race your nephew down the mountain, and then one of us will leave town, and then everything's fine, even though I think you still lost a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm actually okay with that deal because I think the uncle is pretty sick of his nephew.
Oh, for sure.
Because that guy's an idiot.
Real dick.
Yeah.
He calls himself Drift King.
It's real douchey. So when Sean approaches him and like gives this deal to like I don't know earn back honor and also maybe get rid of his nephew,
Right.
I feel like that's like I can see that. I believe that.
All right.
Well, and it shows that Sean has grown some as a character. He
does.
approaches with a lot of humility and
And money.
understanding of the culture. Yeah, well, of the crime culture as well as the Japanese culture.
Sure.
Yeah, that's his personal growth and development
Yeah.
moment of
I
the
mean,
film.
He lurches forward and grows.
Lurches. He definitely lurches. Oh.
But then before he does the final mountain,
He's like
on
standing
Drift
atop
Mountain,
the mountain next to his car, and it seriously looks like he's like humbly asking the original French masters of drift to imbue him with their spiritual power.
And how?
And they did.
If you need help picturing it, just picture like a magazine ad for a car, because that's
Right.
exactly what it looked like.
Yeah. And that's basically what all these movies are, right?
Yeah.
Is like a magazine for a car with maybe 5.5 pages of dialogue slapped onto it.
Yeah. But then also I think there's another drift ghost moment where he almost goes off the cliff. Like the camera goes off the cliff.
And you think, oh shit.
oh, he went off. But really I think that's the ghost saying this could be your future
Right.
unless you drift harder.
It's like a Christmas
Yeah.
Carol.
Yeah.
It's like a Christmas Carol.
Those are
Drift
the
harder.
drift ghosts of drifting future. Yeah, so he wins the race. Who cares?
It was so boring. It was surprisingly boring, that last race.
It was a little dull. I kind of got the impression, though, because they had people stationed, it was such a big mountain, which is why it took so long,
Yeah.
because they were driving super fast.
Yeah.
They had all those people stationed with their cell phones recording and streaming live video. But it made me think it must be like, long luge races where
Right.
you line up and you just get to see one corner of the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as boring as it was for us, I just feel like for all the characters, it
Would've
must have been super
Even
dull.
more boring.
Oh, even
Yeah.
more boring.
Yeah.
But
And
they could
how
watch it
no
on the stream,
spectators
though.
died. That was incredible. It seems
Then
like they
no one
would.
died.
Yeah.
Well, those are the two best drifters in Tokyo.
Yeah. Maybe in the world.
Maybe in the world. I mean, obviously the world. This is the home of drifting.
The two best competitive drifters.
Right.
Some
Those
people
women.
don't
Sure.
drift for
Exactly.
Sure.
They're great.
power.
There's still the lady drifters
Yes.
who just drift to be at one with the mountain.
Exactly.
So I have a piece of information that might ruin the drifting
Oh,
for
no.
you guys. I don't
It's
know
all
if you
done by
want it
stunt
to-
doubles.
Was it all fake?
for sure it's stunt doubles. Most of that B-roll or most of the footage of the cars, they just drive the cars super, super slow and sometimes on tracks.
I'm okay with that. Those movies.
Okay, that upsets me.
Is it because of the casting of Sean?
Here's why. That, but also, I was just going to give it a break because I was going to say, like, maybe it's so boring because they actually did it and it's dangerous and those were just actually amazing stunt drivers driving down a mountain. But now that I find out that they're driving slowly down a mountain, possibly on a track, I'm very upset with this film.
Well, I feel like, that may have just been some portions of the movie. I'm sure they were incredibly skilled drivers for some of it.
Certainly. Do you think that this movie is now cursed because they dishonored the drift ghosts by doing slow track driving?
Yeah, I mean, Paul Walker is no longer.
No, come on! But he wasn't in this one.
Oh!
He wasn't
They
even in this
punished
one.
the franchise.
Oh!
Why would it take like 6 more movies for him to?
I don't know.
Stop!
I'm not
He
a
wasn't
drift
even
ghost.
in that movie.
No,
I'm not a drift ghost.
that's true.
Speaking of the other movies, we did figure out the names of them.
Oh,
Did we?
Yeah.
Did anyone
Number
write
1,
them down?
The Fast and the Furious.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number
Sorry.
2, Too Fast, Too Furious.
Right. Mhm.
Number 3, this one, The Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift.
Right.
Number 4, Fast and Furious.
Right.
Just dropped the "the."
Yes.
That's the worst.
That's amazing.
That's egregious titling in my
Yeah.
opinion. And then Fast 5. And then there's a 6th one.
Yes, I think that
Out
was
now?
No, it was
Already?
out last year. And
Okay.
The 7th one is coming out.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
the 6th one called? Fast 6?
Maybe.
6 Fast, 6 Furious.
I was so pissed. My friends and I were so pissed when Tokyo Drift came out that they did not just go for it and call it 3 Fast, 3 Furious.
Yeah, I
Because
was
that
mad
would have
too.
been amazing.
I'm mad. I'm really mad at the Step Up movies for not continuing because they had the same system of using the number in the title, right?
Yeah.
Step Up to the Revolution, right? Am I getting
No.
this right? No.
Step up
No.
to the streets.
The Streets.
Uh-huh.
Step up 3D.
Right. And then
Step up Revolution.
And that one could have been Step Up for the Revolution.
Yeah.
Easily.
Or Step Up Forever. Or Step Up
Anything.
for Justice.
4 is the easiest number to do.
I'm still pissed that Fast and Furious was not Fast and Furious.
That would have been good.
Right?
And the title of the 6th film is
Yes.
Fast and Furious 6.
Come on.
Like,
Fast and
they
Furious?
didn't even try.
Not The Fast and the
No,
Furious?
Fast and Furious 6.
Well, what is the next one?
Fast and Furious 7, I think.
They just
Really?
gave
They
up.
just gave up?
And they went back. Ugh,
I'm so upset.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Dan's genuinely hurt right now. He's falling apart.
There was no wordplay on Drifter
I'm
being a
sorry.
hobo.
Furious 7.
Furious 7.
Oh, not even fast. They're
that's
just
fine.
furious.
That's a Fast 5, Furious 7. I'm okay with that one.
Okay, sure.
But as I was saying, I was bummed there was no wordplay on Drifter being a hobo
Right.
versus Drifter being someone who could drift.
Sure.
But that was a long shot.
Versus Drifter being a backup singer.
Is that a term? A Drifter term?
Wasn't there a band? Oh no,
What?
I'm out of my element.
Oh,
Somebody
someone
in the Drifters.
Yeah, Tom. No, that's Heartbreakers.
Tom Waits in the Drifters.
Who are the Drifters?
I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about.
E Street Band. Someone in the Drifters. Ken.
Was he in the movie?
No.
No.
It's a musical group.
Oh.
It's not related to the movie anyway, except the word Drifter. But it's like someone and the Drifters, like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers,
Oh.
right?
Right.
But someone and the Drifters. Totes Regal fans, you can write to us at Totes Pod, right? Totes Regal Pod. I
On
don't know-
Twitter?
I don't know our Twitter.
Yeah.
Tweet
Totes
tag.
Regal Pod.
At Totes Recall Pod.
Yeah.
Twitter.com.
.com.
Twitter.com. Or Facebook.com/Totes Regal Pod. Who knows?
I'm not listening. I'm looking
Just,
at the Drifters.
just Google it. Or go to toastregal.com and find it there. Anyway, this is your 2 homework assignments. 1, screenshot of the dude in
Mesh
the
tank top for me.
Number 2, what is the band that's and the Drifters?
Right.
Yeah.
I think it might just be the Drifters.
Come on.
Well, our fans will tell us. I'm sure.
Surely.
Community engagement.
Can I get...
Somebody has already ripped the radio out of their car and thrown it out of the window.
Hi, Jake.
In here.
Can I get partial credit for the fact that, like, the attractive, sleek Japanese were, in fact, minions of an older Yakuza? He was not fat, but he
Oh,
did
sure.
have facial hair.
Your fat versus slick bad boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was
I think I was
fair.
on the right track.
Yeah.
I think I was on the right slow speed track to fake drifting.
There was a super fat Yakuza dude.
Yes.
But he was just a tertiary character.
Was
Yeah.
he Yakuza?
We had a tattoo in a bathhouse. Wasn't that what you were saying?
Yeah, he was. I'm going to say he was.
Okay. I thought he
was-
was a sumo wrestler.
He could have been.
He could have been both.
I mean, in real life, he probably is.
Oh, probably.
Oh, maybe. Oh, you think that was like a sumo cameo?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
Sumo.
people who actually know
it
about
wasn't
sumo.
even a real tattoo.
Sumo.
Oh.
Sumio.
Sumio.
What?
A sumo cameo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or a camo. Ooh.
what happened?
Trying too hard.
Sumo is super fun to watch. BTW.
Is it?
Yeah.
Tokyo, no big deal.
Yeah, that's
That- Wow.
No one drank sake in the entire movie.
What I thought when he first goes to Drift King's like hideout, there was a little sake
was there?
carafe on the table.
I mean, they for sure went to like a billion clubs.
Yeah. But I feel like people weren't drinking. This movie is a lot tamer than I expected
Except
it
for
to be.
There's
the
a lot of-
dad, who had
Like,
maybe 400 beers.
when he came back the first night after his first race, and his dad was like, "You've been racing," there was at least a 6-pack of empty bottles on the end table.
Yeah.
And then there were some on the kitchen table.
Oh,
There were
wow.
like 20 beer,
He was
empty
just
beer
hammering him
bottles.
down.
Well,
Except for he wasn't really drunk.
Well, he probably has been drinking for years, and he can just
Yeah, he's got
keep
it,
it
okay.
in.
and some of those might be like, I just don't clean up because I'm a slob.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Or like
that's
my
true.
prostitute doesn't come to clean up for me.
Yeah.
I just wanted him so badly to say, I can smell the diesel. on
Right?
you. You
Yeah.
know, like,
What
to really hit home that it
Yeah.
wasn't
Smell
just
the
a guess.
drifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smells like drift.
I'm sorry, is that my son or is that a fucking drift ghost coming into my apartment?
You got drift spirits in you, boy.
I just have to say, I'm enjoying this movie more talking about it afterwards than I did rewatching it.
Certainly.
Yeah.
And I think watching it all those times on television, I think they cut out just a whole lot of the movie. You know?
Yeah.
Like, edited for television basically means I've only seen a quarter of this movie.
Yeah, they put it to time. It's like an hour block. I'd watch an hour version of this movie.
Sure.
Yeah. I thought of something that we didn't talk about, which is the fact that he's in high school the entire time.
Right?
But I'm pretty sure he is at least 29 when he's in this movie.
Yeah.
I like that you stopped just short of 30.
I know he was not 30 because I looked up his real age right now and I can't do math that fast.
Oh.
What is it?
He's 30. Okay, so he's 32 now.
Okay.
The movie was filmed 9 years ago, so he was 21.
21.
Okay.
That's younger than I expect. He
Wow.
looks.
I thought he was like
upper
35.
20s. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks old.
Yeah. He looks like a 35-year-old playing a 28-year-old.
Yeah.
Who's supposed to be in high school?
Yeah. I'm surprised he is 21. Why did they cast this guy?
And also,
know.
what Zachary, whatever his face is,
Yeah.
the kid from Home Alone.
Yeah.
Home improvement.
Also was,
Improvement.
oh, whatever. Same thing. He also is super old looking.
Yeah.
Like, they don't look even remotely close to being in high school.
It was
Yeah.
Just a
weird.
weird. Like, and did you ever, except for the part when they were, like, in the high school, in their own high school, did you ever have a moment where you're like, oh, yeah, remember he's 18? Or not even 18, like 17.
No.
Yeah.
Because he's still in school.
They make one joke about it when
Yeah.
they go to the. It's like the second race party. No, I guess it's just they go to a club.
They
and
go
they
to-
go to a secret club
Secret
behind the club,
inside party.
which is like all honeys
And 3 dudes.
and 3 dudes.
Yeah.
Like a gross dude, Twitch, and Han.
Twitch.
Twink, what's his name?
Twink.
Twink.
Twitch is a
Gross
step
dude,
up.
Twink, Han, and then Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that point, Han's like, "Careful, ladies, he's underage."
Is he underage in Japan, though?
I guess I don't know the statutory rape laws for Japan. I apologize.
You were there for 2 years.
I was there for 2 years. That was not something I was investigating actively. Yeah, he's super old. I don't know why they make him a high school kid.
I don't know why they cast him, period.
Yeah.
Just throw Bow Wow in there. I would have loved to watch Bow Wow for an hour and a half just driving around, selling shoes, drifting away.
Drifting away. Drifting
Is that the
away.
Drifters song?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Drifting.
Drifting that away.
There it
We
is.
made up 100 songs tonight.
How did we like the movie?
Oh, wait. You guys, nobody, caught on to the Nick Cage similarity.
Oh.
Which was the accent.
I didn't
The
see
Con Air
I've never seen
accent.
Con Air.
He's a Bama boy in Con Air?
Well, it's indistinct Southern.
Sure.
Yeah.
We don't have the gradation of Southern. We don't have the Southern ear that you do.
Yes,
Oh.
that's true.
I apologize.
No,
No,
I
it's
apologize
okay.
too.
It's a
I
good
feel
thing to have.
I feel that I've offended you somehow.
I would love to know that both of these accents are shitty, but it sounds like, from what Beth was
Yeah.
saying, this
This is a real-
actor is a
yeah.
legit Alabama.
Real Bama
Yeah.
boy.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't think for one second that wasn't or that wasn't his real accent.
Yeah, I don't know if
Because-
he can do any other accent.
Yeah,
I don't know if
that's how
he's
I
done
felt about
any
it.
other movies.
He was maybe in Friday Night Lights. I don't know.
Okay.
Who cares?
You guys, we're going to find out
Tweet
this
it.
was his Make-A-Wish wish.
Oh,
We're going to feel terrible.
But also, like, good on them for making it happen.
Yeah.
Right? If this was the Make-A-Wish, holy shit, you get to hang out with Vinny D and the actor that played Drift King, who I assume is a big deal.
Do you?
I don't know.
Hey, Timberlake.
Oh, yeah,
I thought
he
that
called-
was a pretty good dig.
Why was he the
Justin
Timberlake
Timberlake?
of Tokyo or
Because
whatever?
his hair looked good.
Oh.
That's like a compliment,
Yeah,
right?
I was gonna say.
Justin
somebody
Timberlake is
thought
a
I
talented
was-
artist. He's
I know. I
And
know.
like an attractive man.
full
and
of money.
generally charismatic. Like,
I'm very funny.
If
Yeah.
All of his
anything,
appearances
the
are
Drift
Very
King.
charming.
yeah.
So really, the Drift King
if
was
he
not
wants
the
to send a
Justin
message through totesrecall.com.
Oh boy,
We would definitely do an episode with Justin Timberlake.
I would love to. We could do one of his movies. I don't care which. I haven't
He has
seen
movies?
most of them.
Was
Social Network.
Town?
We'll watch Social Network.
Watch Social Network.
Was he
Listen.
in Looper? No,
I haven't seen it.
he was in that other Time one.
Yeah,
Okay.
where he had a
Time
clock on
Bandits?
his arm.
Yeah, Time.
Yes,
Time's
Time
Up.
Bandits.
He's in 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's one of the dwarfs. Guys,
Drifting the night away.
we are definitely drifting the night away here.
I think I'm out of bets, you guys. Gross eating. There was no gross eating.
No.
He has his first school lunch, and it's like Japanese food, a lot of seafood
Yeah.
and stuff. And he like eats it, and he's like, "Oh, this is fine."
Yeah.
It's like a nothing scene.
There was no moment at
There's
all.
so much cultural comedy potential
None.
that's wasted in this movie.
Well, I think because this movie probably more than most Fish Out of Water was like, no, Japan is super sweet. Look at all these awesome cars they have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I am very curious. How many flaming cars each person would give this movie? Ooh.
I said 4
Uh-huh.
out of 5. I think I'm going to lower it to 3, 3.5. I enjoyed this movie. It sort of like was almost there for me. It needed to be either like a better movie, like in a general sense, or more ridiculous. I felt like it sort of rode a line of like not quite committing to being like cars, chicks, shitty one-liners,
Yeah.
like not enough of that. Or just like be a good movie, like pick one, So I'd say 3.5.
I also gave it 4, right?
Correct.
But I would drop that down to 2.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Mostly because I felt like it was the opposite of how like a good action movie should go. Like the action movie should start with some inciting incident and then get more exciting, right? But instead, it just got more boring. Like it just kind of died out at the end.
Right.
But I did laugh a few times at the film, so I enjoyed that. So 2 flaming cars.
Cool.
I don't think I've seen Beth enjoy a movie less than this one. Like, it's hard to think of movies that you appeared to hate more.
She actually walked out at one point.
Yeah.
And we actually considered not pausing it because we thought maybe you wanted us to run the clock on it.
Well, honestly, I just had to go pee, but but I'm glad that you paused it so I could see an amazing moment in movie history.
A real romantic moment between walking deli fish on ice and randomly not Japanese nor American lady.
Yeah, she's not Japanese.
She's
the actress is
Australian.
definitely not Japanese.
I think the actress is Australian because she said her mom's Australian,
Yeah,
right?
the
She had an
character.
Australian accent.
Yeah.
She had a sort of Australian accent.
Right.
It felt like the Australian accent kind of came and went, though. Don't you
Yeah,
think?
it did.
But like it didn't. I don't know. It just didn't seem like it was a choice to make her not Japanese. Like sort of fine. Why not make her Japanese? You're in Japan. That's interesting.
But that's
right?
how they relate, is because she's an outsider and she's finally on the inside, which is why she's putting up with a crap boyfriend.
Yeah.
Well, he's the Drift King.
He's not crap. He's the king of drifting, Molly.
It's pretty.
I don't know who could be more awesome than that. So
She dated 2 Drift Kings by the end of that movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's only into Drift King.
Did she date? She didn't ever date. What's his name? They went out a couple times.
It was implied.
There was no kissing.
But it was implied.
No.
There was embracing.
No. The movie language is you don't know if someone's dating unless they kiss.
All right.
Is this are we doing a segment of Did They Date?
Awesome. This is a tame movie.
Yeah,
Did they
right?
date? I'm going to say yes. They drifted gracefully down the mountain.
In the epilogue, I think they're dating.
Come
right?
on, right?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, because they're talking by a car, so
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
have to be dating.
But they talked by a car the whole movie. I mean, they've been through a lot together, and she was wearing red. But
How does this movie not end with them dating? Are you kidding me?
No, they had to be dating because she's the one who started the race, and he gave her power in the racing world. Is that true? I don't know.
I don't know.
what?
I feel like she just had power, right?
Because before it was like what was the friend's name? There was like the main.
Morimoto?
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't start that first race. It was some
thought he
random
did.
dude.
It was some
That's
rando.
random.
It was random.
JK guys. Just forget what I said.
Yeah, they dated. That's what I'm saying.
Nope.
Okay, fine. Him and Vin Diesel are dating at the end. How's that?
They do make the same eyes at each other.
Yeah, they do. And they're going
Yeah,
to bang out of
While
that
they're
race.
revving up their
They
cars.
are totally going to bang out of that race.
Yeah.
Him and Vin Diesel.
I just want to, before... Okay, that's right. Go ahead. You were going to say, Dan, what did you think of the
Yeah,
movie?
Dan,
Oh.
you predicted 6.5 cars on this. You blew the scale.
I drifted across the scale.
You drifted out.
I'm going to drop it down to... I don't know. I'll give it a 3. I'm with you, Dan. Like, because there were like some really like spectacularly dumb moments. Like the first like 10 minutes of this movie, it was a solid. I was having a great time.
Me too.
Because it was just like so in your face. Like, this is ridiculous. There is no depth to this movie at all.
Yeah.
But then, as Beth said, I just sort of like seemed to lose some of that ridiculousness because it seemed to feel like, oh, they totally care about these characters now, so we can try to make this a more legitimate film, which was not true. I wanted to see Bow Wow's Hulk car spin around a fucking parking ramp for 10 minutes. I would rather watch the Hulk car spin around for 10 minutes while like 2 prostitutes danced on top of it or whatever.
Yeah.
While Yakuza guy's shooting his guns in the air.
That sounds awesome.
Right?
Yeah, were there any jumps in this movie? Like,
At the beginning, he jumped through the
there's one
house.
at the beginning, but not very many.
No.
I feel like in a car chase, you want jumps.
I think that was what the swirls were for. The swirls were the jumps.
Yeah, the ride that I saw at Universal Studios was way more exciting.
Yeah.
And I knew that it wasn't actual driver.
Right.
Well, Molly, you predicted 3.5 on this. You holding firm on
I
that?
don't think
Fifth viewing.
I don't think I can. I think I have to drop it down to 2.5.
Wow. All right.
Maybe 2. It would be at a flat 1 if I'd seen it again on my own. But watching it with you guys was a lot more fun. I feel like the sound design deserves an Oscar.
Sure.
Because that sound design was incredible, and it sold all of those car scenes.
Yeah, and all of the tracks on the soundtrack.
Yeah, and the soundtrack moves you through culturally and tempo to match each of the scenes. And at the end, you can just tell they're like, just crank it up. Just some kind of head-bobbing music that we don't have to pay too much for.
Right.
That will make people feel like, yeah, I can do anything walking out of the theater.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that attention to detail.
Yeah, the party scenes are pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Like, this could have been a movie about partying, and maybe it would have been better.
I kind of wonder if the original script wasn't like about poetry club or like some deeper philosophical thing, and they just kept crushing it under the weight of trying to work in cars drifting.
Do you think this is one of those
I feel like the-
deeply noted rewrites?
I feel like the screenwriter in the end was just in tears at what the final product was.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe this was originally like a different movie entirely, but then it got like consumed by the Fast and Furious franchise machine.
Yeah.
Because they were like, yeah, there's enough bones here to like expand our franchise to Tokyo Drifting.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's what it was. Like they've been trying to crack the code on Tokyo Drifting and incorporating it into the Fast and Furious movies for so long. Suddenly they come across this beautiful story about a fish out of water learning to love again through poetry in Tokyo. They're like, here, just do this. Just replace it with
Trying to
cars.
replace poems with cars. Done.
Yeah.
and
then
then
cut out 80% of the dialogue.
And in the original, there were no women at all.
Right.
And so then they just hastily wrote in one.
Yeah.
I forgot to name her for the
What's her
first
name?
2/3.
It's a story about men finding themselves through poetry. with
Or
other
maybe
men.
all of her scenes were cut. Like all the early ones when you would have gotten her name. Maybe
sure.
they
Maybe.
were
Yeah.
left on the editing floor.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's with a heavy heart that I dropped my score.
Yeah, you were both really excited for this movie, but also gave it 3.5.
Yeah.
So I think you maybe knew it wasn't going to be as good.
Yeah.
as you
I was
thought it
hoping I'd come out with like a 4.5
Yeah.
upon reviewing. Yeah. No, it was terrible.
All right. Well, next episode we'll watch all of the other
Yes.
Fast and Furious movies. That are,
We'll maybe like skip to the good parts of 3 just to revisit.
yeah.
And then jump to 4.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Glorious.
Fast Furious.
Yeah.
Great.
I'll watch them.
Well, that is our podcast for
Yay.
this episode. Good night, America.
Thank you for listening to Totes Recall. New episodes drop on the 15th of every month. You can find us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Totes Recall Pod. Subscribe on iTunes and leave a review. It helps more people find the show. Totes Recall is hosted by Molly Chase, Beth Gibbs, Dan Jaquette, and Dan Linden. Produced by Beth Gibbs. For more information, check out noisepicnic.com/totesrecall.